Hey guys, welcome to another video on the VP Concepts YouTube channel, and Merry Christmas, or soon to be Christmas, depending when I post this video for December. But guys, this is a exciting video for me, as I always say they all are, because I have a cool story to tell you, which leads to the product that we're going to unbox and we're going to A/B test. So Audience AV, you guys know I did the Auric Illuminator video last year. And I love that product. It's still the best product in the market for CD treatments. It makes my CD sound so much more analog-like, and that's not just a common saying. It really does make that big of a change. So with that Auric Illuminator, I treated all my products, right? And I ran out of the black pen that goes around the edges, so I reached out to see if I could get a couple more pens from them. And in talking, I ended up discussing that I would, like to look at one of their other products, not just the Auric Illuminator, but they obviously make speaker cables and line conditioners. And obviously I have PS audio all over the place in the house, and I also have a Chang Lightspeed in the computer system. But I just chatted with them. They said they send me a brochure. If I was interested, they could answer questions on it, and that was it. So John, the owner, calls me back the next day and says, "Hey, Paul, I heard you were, interested in a line conditioner." I said, "Well, yeah, I actually called to get some pens from you guys for my CDs, and ended up getting into a talk with one of your employees over there." And he said, he would send me out some brochure material, and he says, "Well, we don't have brochures, everything's online. But what I can do is, I can answer questions for you." I said, "Wow, the owner of the company of Audience AV in California is calling me at my house to answer questions personally. Holy moly." I mean, even Ray Kimber over at Kimber Cable doesn't call me, and those are my boys over at Kimber Cable, right? They're like family, they're my brothers. So that was a really surprising customer service, call that I never thought I would get in a million years. The owner of a company calling directly. So we got to talking, and I told him that I had an issue with my Chang Lightspeed, that as much as I like it, and it may not even be the Chang Lightspeed, to be honest, guys, I love this little thing, and I love its size and the way it fits in the computer system, but the outlets are not isolated from each other. It's just digital and analog, and the digital, they share the line, and I don't like that. They're not single individually, laid out outlets. And the surge suppression in this is a lot lower, and the technology is a lot different than your standard, line conditioner. This uses like tubes filled with a metal material that filters stuff out. So, and then of course, if you look down here, you're going to see that it has a captive cord in the power outlet over there. And that's something I really don't like either, because I like having everything upgraded. Obviously, as you can see, upgraded power cords on everything. So the main line in not being filtered by a better power cord really always frustrated me. So back to the story. So we spoke, and I said, do you have anything that could be more high end than what I have? So that I'm in the $6,000 range over on my big rig system for filtration. I need to be at half of that for this system, because I pretty much have the cost of everything on the big system over here, or even more than halved it. So he talked to me about a product, the aR6, and the size of it, the number of outlets, everything fit exactly what I was looking for, and it's 3,500 instead of 6,000. So I wasn't sure, right? That's a big Christmas present to get from myself this year. But he said, "Look, I'm going to send it out to you. Use it for 30 days. If you don't like it, send it back to me." And I told him that I do have a channel, and that everything I get in my system, I usually end up buying or trying, and I share with you guys. And he said, "That's fine. If you don't like it, send it back. If you do like it, let me know, and we'll work on a price accommodation for making the video for us if you like it. If not, I told him, if not, I'm still going to give a review on it, but I'll send it back." So I figured, hey, a risk-free 30-day trial on a $3,500 line conditioner before I spend the money on it, hell yeah, right? Not many companies let you do that. So, that's with full transparency what happened. I called for some Auric Illuminator pins, and I ended up, getting to review a line conditioner that I may end up keeping if I like the sound of it. So we're opening this together. I haven't seen it, I haven't heard it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna look at it and let you see the aesthetics of it and the functionality of it. And then we'll plug it in, burn it in, and we're going to A/B it against the Chang light speed on a song. And then we're going to play another song with the audience piece plugged in, and we can all hear it together to see if it's worth keeping in the system. Another main reason I forgot to say, geez, is that I'm having some audio dropouts still, or little ticks and pops and Tidal streaming across the network, and my router is plugged in over there, modem router, and you know, I've got the computer on there, and I've got the you know, the DCC on there for the audio conversion from USB to coax. So there's other items plugged in there that could be causing interference. So I want that separate isolation on each individual outlet to see if that cleans up that signal and makes it sound better streaming to the electric company yet with that power, everything plugged into that power conditioner over the Chang light speed. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna try to do this one-handed here, but I really want to get this thing out of the box. Here's what the box looks like. And one big plus about this is you get a Forte F5 power cord. Now, it's captive to the unit in a sense that you have to use this because it has a Nutric design, I'm told. And let's see, it has a Nutric design on it, so it's going to click in and snap in, and it's designed to go with this player. Now, again, I've got a stock factory, you know, captive cord on the Chang, so going up quite a few notches in quality by going with this power cable, even though it's a Nutric design and I can't use my own cable. This was designed for it, and it's a badass cable, I can already tell just by looking and feeling at the size of it. So let's open it up and see here. It's like Christmas morning, guys. Yeah, this thing's a beast. Very attractive. Nice packaging. Little talks about their products, power cords, line conditioners. They even have speakers. Look at that. I'll have to try those someday. Let me just open up this package. Sorry for taking you with me all around the boxes here. It's hard to do one-handed. So here, very good looking, very attractive. There's your Nutric adapter. So yeah, that actually comes with it to power it. So we're going to get rid of that nasty stock cable. I would think that in itself is going to be a huge upgrade over what I'm dealing with right now. Looks like it comes with a little deoxit. That's kind of a cool touch, right? Now, I don't use this. I use my contact cleaner from the UK, but I think that's really neat that it comes with that to protect it. Little audiophile tweak there, right? It shows that they care. So let's get this open with one hand again. Hope I'm not making you guys too dizzy. But this is fun. I want to share it with you guys. I don't know, man. Christmas time, everything's just lighter, happier, more fun. Who gives a damn? Just go with it. Have some fun, right? So we're filming this together as we go. So let's turn her around. It's backwards. So here's the nice packaging. I love when companies pack their materials in this. My electric company, it was packed this way because nothing can happen to her, right? Nothing at all. So I'm gonna set this down for 1 second so I can get out of the box. And we're back. Woohoo! Okay, I love that packaging. That is killer packaging. All right, so we have a little plastic bag here to protect it even more. Hey, look, when you're spending $3,500 on a line conditioner, presentation is wonderful, right? It just makes you feel like you're dealing with a company who cares about what they're doing. So I'm going to put this down again real quick and get this plastic off. Look at this. This little guy is amazing size-wise. I mean, look at this. This is exactly what I was needing for the computer system. Something that is high current, non-current limiting, beautiful brushed black aluminum. This thing is really sexy. There is a light that will turn on blue right there. So let's turn it around. Man, it's pretty nice weight for the size of it. It's got some heft to it. This thing is not light. So here's the Nutric connector for the power cord. Again, that's not going to be pulling off or hanging down or, you know, coming unclipped. I like that they did that. And this is probably one of the coolest things ever. There is a actual switch, like their circuit breaker, that they avoid using the a power switch because they said in testing that the power switch actually caused a reduction in sound quality. So they actually added a circuit breaker. I've never seen that in any other product, and that is really, really cool. The adapt response, high resolution power conditioner. So we are going to hook this up, give it some burn-in time. We're going to A/B it against the Chang light speed, and we're going to see the increase in resolution on the computer, increase in resolution on the Tidal streaming, right? The computer and then streaming. And then we're also going to see if any of those clicks and dropouts that we're getting through the network are lessened or go away with the proper isolation. All right, so this is fun, guys. I'll be right back, and we'll have everything hooked up. Okay, guys, she is plugged in, and it is, man, I just can't believe how small this is. I mean, I've got so much more room on my desktop here compared to how it was. And everything's plugged in. Nutric's clicked in fine. Everything's working. One thing that I did want to mention to you guys that's I found in the direction booklet, and also, or mention to you guys one thing, I'm getting ahead of myself. That Nutric adapter, when I first started this up, I plugged everything in, plugged the power cord in, flipped the circuit breaker, nothing happened. I had to call the guys at Audience because that Nutric, you have to put it in and then click it to the left or right and it snaps in. I didn't snap it in. I pushed it in, it clicked, but it didn't come on. So you want to see that little blue light right there. So just a couple of quick things. Although the outlets are isolated from each other, there's still a method to the madness here on where you plug them in at. So it says that the outlet closest to the umbilical on the back, that's your amplifier power, closest to the power input. Okay, that's for amps. The middle are for let me see if I can get the paperwork on that just to read them. There it is. Okay, the outlets in the middle are targeted towards the middle frequencies such as preamplifiers, equalizers, active crossovers, and tape decks. The final furthest from the power cord, the outlets to the farthest rather, are for CD players, DVD players, digital to analog converters, media servers, etc. Okay, and again, the on-off switch is a high-quality magnetic circuit breaker with very low DC resistance. The ADAPT response provides state-of-the-art power delivery capable due to its extremely low DC and line frequency resistance. Overvoltage protection is provided by a non-wearing device that can survive 20,000 amps discharge. The casework is sufficiently heavy to survive being dropped from a shelf without causing a failure of the circuitry. The power handling is 1800 watts for 120, 2400 watts for 120 volt 20 amp, and then 3300 watts for 220 volt at 15 amp, and 4400 watts for 220 volts at 20 amp. So I'm using it as a 15 amp because I've got 1800 watts. Heck, I'm literally putting out 300 by 2 on this, and then I just got the preamplifier, which is not taking that much, a router, and this is my backup hard drive, which only comes on once in a while to back up things. It's never really on the whole time. And that's it. So I'm not drawn anywhere near that current, 1800 watts. So I'm going to let this baby burn in now. Just wanted to show it to you installed. Even with the computer up, now I have my, I can see everything. It's kind of cool. Before everything was hidden when I had that top up. Now I can see my girl here. But anyway, that's kind of cool, right? Nice setup. that's just a little overview of the product and the unboxing, and then we're going to listen to it now and do a shootout between the Chang Lightspeed and the Audience aR6. Okay guys, so this is going to be the before, just to reiterate, because I don't know where I'm going to cut this in at. This is with the Chang Lightspeed. I do have the windows, the blinds covered today, because you know, a lot of guys like to get in here and tell me that, oh, it's too echoey in there. Of course, I always leave the blinds open for light when I'm doing unboxings and talking about products and stuff. So for this audio test, we're going to go ahead and close the blind. It's going to make the video quality a little bit less, but that's okay because we're here to learn about the audio anyway. So here's the Chang Lightspeed giving us an audio sample now. Okay guys, so that's without, and now we're going to play with. And here is the after. We have 460 hours about of burn-in time on this, so it should be ready to go. Here we go, guys. Okay guys, that should give you a good enough idea here of the sound. I'm going to open these blinds back up so I can get some light here for the rest of the video. There we go, we have light. So, okay guys, this power cable that came with this, we're talking about, you know, we're talking about $649 cable that comes with this. It's cryogenically treated, just like the line conditioner is. It's cryogenically treated. It's a 10 gauge. It's a 6-core conductor, and the way that the geometry is, it blocks out EMI and RF. It's aggregated copper, so a lot went into that cable that comes with this. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. So I'm going to give you guys, you know, my impressions here real quick. This I'm used to, with line conditioners, I'm used to a certain sound because I've only really had PS audio. I have had a couple Furmans, and I carried Furman at a couple of the audio stores I worked at. Furman, for me, you know, they're great, but they were a little dark, on the dark side. I just didn't like that too much. The PS audio makes things very transparent and airy and nice. That's pretty much what I'm used to. I've heard a couple of Isotech pieces, the Aquarius, which this actually kind of had a similar sound to. This really shocked me, guys, because the impression I thought I would get, now obviously it's not fair to say we're actually doing a real shootout, right, between the Chang Lightspeed that's 700 and this that's 3500, right? But what I wanted to do in this video is show that what can you pull out of your system. Everybody wants to look at price. Oh, it costs this much, so spend that much. Or, you know, Paul, why did you spend, you know, $2,800 on Kimber cable carbons for this when, you know, that's how much, you know, the amp and speakers cost or whatever, right? That's not how I look at things. I look at how can I pull every ounce of musicality and passion and that connection to music, that how can I get that you know, without going insane, right? Obviously, like I said, the carbons, for instance, were half the price of my selects in the big system. So I'm trying to keep things halved. So in any case, this little monster here, right? This little small powerhouse shocked me. And I'm not exaggerating. What it did is it brought vibrancy. That's really one of the best ways I can describe this. It didn't make everything bright. It made, yes, it added detail, it had smoother highs, it added a deeper sound stage and more bass, but it did so much more than that. It brought vibrancy, energy, almost like I was unreleasing a tap on a water supply that was only half full and now it's all the way full. It didn't darken anything. It didn't make everything too transparent where it was just airy and lost its oomph. It didn't do any of that stuff. There wasn't a compromise. There's more attack, there's more detail, there's more separation, there's more soundstage, yes. But what I haven't gotten out of other line conditioners in the past was that sense of energy and vibrancy. Like I upgraded the power supply in my amplifier. You can just tell immediately when you listen to this thing that it's not choking anything. Nothing is being, you know, constrained like some other line conditioners can do. And this isn't a regenerator. This is you know, a power filter, but they don't use MOVs. There's no clamping that goes on as far as things that need to be replaced inside of it. It's a really interesting way that they did this. So, you know, in the end, guys, I'm going to keep this. it added so much more to the sound than I thought it would add, than just simply, oh, it sounds smoother, or it sounds like it's got a lower noise floor. It didn't do any of that. It added energy, vibrancy, attack, just a breath to the system that was missing before. And I love that. And I love the compactness of it. And again, I call that my computer system because there's a PC on it, right? It's sitting on the computer desk. That can be moved into anywhere I want when I get a house or a larger, apartment in Seattle. And that can become a very nice, that could be somebody's regular system, right? And that's how I look at it, not as, oh, I'm putting this money into this computer system. It's not like that. This is my secondary system that happens to be on a computer desk, right? So, wow, what a fun video. What a great upgrade. What a nice Christmas present to myself this year. How awesome is it that I got to try this for a month before I decided to get it? Thank you so much to John McDonald for taking the time to call me personally and find my issues out. One thing, guys, that I did find is that it didn't stop the dropouts in my Tidal. What's happening is when I'm using my phone and I'm scrolling through stuff while I'm listening to Tidal on the network, that's when it's dropping out. So I added some things to another filter to the switch, and also a couple things on the computer that we'll talk about later. This is dedicated to the audience aR6, this video. But I'm still working through those dropouts, but everything does sound better, and that's obviously the goal here, right? Get closer to the realism of the music and connect with that music, and this is what this did for me, so it's staying, okay? So hey, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. I thank you so much for following me in another year of videos. We have more to come, and with that, I'll let you guys go. Ho, ho, ho.